Alright guys, we're back again for yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and in less than 24 hours from now, 1000 Year Below Shinji and Kensei is going to be dropping in the game. I am making my second attempt of recording this because the first attempt was way too long, but now I'm going to give you guys the really short and simple answer. If you guys want to summon on this, max 3 steps, but if you guys want to go deep, I want to say wait until we see the news for end of month. Normally, we're going to get it around the 27th or the 28th. And by then, if you guys care more so about end of the month, then you guys can pretty much skip this banner altogether entirely and not go up to 10 steps. But if you guys don't care about what's going to be upcoming, then you guys can pretty much go for this banner directly. This banner is only this crown summons that you see right here. There are no individual banners. But the format is so much better than your typical Zenith summons because you're going to be guaranteed the banner character between Shinji or Kensei in step 10 and 20, and then step 25 you get the pity ticket and you can choose between Shinji and Kensei. But that's not all. You get the guarantees more early and you have a lot more discounts too. This time around, to complete all 25 steps, I believe you need around 5,200 or 5,300 orbs compared to your typical 5,500 orbs, because step 3 and 13, you get the 5-star pool, 6 and 16, 5-star pool, and then 10 and 20 guaranteed between Shinji or Kensei, 50% chance of being able to get one of them overall. So the banner format is very, very good overall, but once again, if you guys don't care, I recommend waiting. But the banner is really good. There's a lot of value to be had, especially for guild quests, and you get way more value summoning on this banner than the Toshiro, Soifun, and Sajin banner. Well, 3 of the characters are easily better than both Shinji and Kensei. They had really bad fillers, if you guys ask me. Just Unohana was the really good one with a couple potion farmers, and that's it. Most of them were resurrectable characters. Here, we're seeing more so recent 2023, 2024 characters, especially Ikaku, which is definitely a must-have. Shunsui, a must-have for guild quest. Yukio, a must-have for guild quest. I don't need to go on and on about this stuff, so I think now we can easily start breaking down the banner. Shinji is going to be your technique character who is a ranged Squad 0 killer and introduces the Squad 0 Killer Plus, which means that you'll have a 60% killer effect rate compared to your traditional 40, and his role is to completely replace Macy for the likes of Guild Quest. Now, if you guys have Macy, Max Transcended 5 out of 5, you guys can pretty much easily skip this banner altogether, and you don't need to use Shinji because Macy will still do just fine. But what he does, if you do not have Macy or only have her 2-5, I think it's pretty much worth summoning for at the end of the day, because of the simple matter of fact that he can inflict weakening and confusion on the entire kit. Confusion is one of the worst status elements in the game, but with weaken paired up, this is actually going to be a pretty strong combo, and he also does have damage to confused enemies of 60%. And considering via the bonus abilities, you can get 40% damage to confused enemies, you can get it up to 100%. Now, going over the actual character soul trait and the skills, 40% SP boost, the first of its kind for technique. Now only Heart is missing this kind of soul trait right here. In the innate abilities, he does have Sprint +1, Havoc of 20%, Freeze immunity with Frenzy +2, Berserker 50, Devastation 70, the damage to confused enemies, which I've mentioned earlier, Debilitator of +5 seconds, increased element chance against Soul Reapers, weakened defense, strong attack recharge time of -12%, guard break, and 80% SP boost, which is basically a total of 120% overall. The only wasted ability here is Bruiser. Bruiser should have been easily replaced with damage to weaken enemies. What's it doing here? It's bad. It's terrible. He's not an ad character. You're not using the character to do damage with your normal attack string. You're just using your strong attacks, and that's it. Like, come on. So wasted. It's stupid. Easily. So yeah, that's the first problem that Shinji has. The second problem, which is a bit of a minor nitpick that can be solved over time if we do get holo characters. He's a character with the captain/holo affiliated unit, which means he's going to be missing out on the buffs that the likes of Tech Soifun and the Swimsuit Juicer have. He's not going to be able to take advantage of the 40% damage to status element affected enemies because those are for Soul Reapers. Shinji is not a Soul Reaper, which makes no sense. He's still classified as a Captain slash Holo unit, and I find it to be pretty stupid because he doesn't use any of his Holo powers in the 1000 Year Blower arc. He doesn't. Like, that's just so stupid. Really stupid. Kid is amazing though. He is SA1. He does have the Vortex into pushback attack, basically Christmas Noel's SA2. Tokinada's SA2, Power Hikona's SA2, but as an SA1, it'll be interesting to see how it works. It's definitely going to be better than the 18% shave, no doubt about that, but we'll have to wait and see how it impacts in Guild Quest. But the rest of the kit, he has a 960 in front, and then the full screen 1200 radius SA3. I think he's the second best unit in the game for technique right after Gremmy, but we'll have to wait and see his performance for that one SA that he has. But he's going to be really good. He's definitely completely replacing Macy for that Guild Quest rotation. But the crazy thing is that Macy is going to retirement because of both Holo Bankai Toshiro and the Shinji. That's crazy, man. That's actually genuinely crazy. And he's going to be more consistent with proccing elements too. But yeah, Shinji is going to be the main highlight of the banner and the character you want to go for. Kensei, he's just another Guild Quest normal attacking character, and he has Holo Killer, which we do not need. I genuinely think we do not need at all. He should have gotten any other killer, like Sternritter Killer, Quincy Killer. I want to say even a Spada Killer, because it doesn't have an appropriate melee booster, and it has Dodoni, which is bullcrap. Like, why Holo? Shinji is still good enough. But yeah, all you guys need to know is that he's only good in Guild Quest. Outside of Guild Quest, he's just your typical melee NAD character. Guard Break, Sprint +1, decreased hull damage taken of -20%, and damage reduction of 21%. This makes no sense because at the end of the day, you're going to be protecting your allies with your main SP unit. Who are you using for melee holo? You're going to be using Mugetsu. You're going to be using Parasol Bruno. You're going to be using Yuha Baha. So again, even more so if you're using Yuha because he has a goddamn homing vortex. But yeah, besides that, Flurry +1, Flurry +2 in Guild Quest, 30% melee damage, 50% killer effect, booster, poison immunity, team party, captain normal attack damage of 20%, bruiser 70, long reach of 20, enhancer, and poise. Now, if you guys do not have the Heart Holo Shinji, sure, you guys can actually go ahead and summon for this character, but if you guys have him duped up, even Max Transcended, you guys don't really need this Kensei. Besides that, the skills are awfully similar. The only difference is that Shinji only has Flurry +1 with an 80% bruiser, and the only difference is that he doesn't have Flurry +2 nor the team party normal attack damage per affiliation or character, and Shinji is not going to be able to take advantage of this skill right here because he's a Soul Reaper / Holo unit. But besides that, the skills are pretty much the same. Like, he is still retaining the 30% melee damage, he is still retaining the 50% killer effect, and still has a really high bruiser. Only difference is he has Flurry +1 rather than Flurry +2, so yeah. And I also don't like the fact that they made him into a hard character, because let's say you don't have all the links worked on, you're gonna need to use double the normal attack links for both Kensei and Shinji. So yeah, this character is a character that is replacing Shinji for no apparent reason, and Holo is a really good rotation right now with all the strong characters that we have. It's just kind of a waste. So again, it's only good if you do not have Shinji, but besides that, he's just orbs at this point. And now let's just go ahead and talk about the fillers. I'm gonna briefly summarize 3 of the characters and then talk about the rest over time, so let's just get right into it. Getting right into the fillers, Xiaolong, there isn't really much to make use out of. This is just a character that is going to collect space in your box and is going to be collecting dust. He's just orbs at the end of the day because he's a character that just does damage, but is missing the essentials like SP boost, Havoc, those kind of stuff. Like, he's meant for squad 0 range, but you're almost never going to be using him because his DPS, even though it does seem something nice, he only has like, what, Frenzy +1? No 80% SP boost, no Frenzy +2, it's like, we're using him. So yeah, increased strong attack damage 40% at full stand, Heart attribute character, strong attack damage 20, berserker 60, full stam 20, damage to last rate enemies 60, increased element chance against mind attribute enemies, strong attack reaches time of minus 12%. Like, he's gonna be that one character you use if you do not get either Shinji or Macy, and even then, I do not see him being particularly amazing. Those have guard break, sprinter +1, weakened immunity. He has a lunge, funny enough, as the SA1, an 800 AoE distant attack, and then vacuum into explosion SA3, basically similar to this Jackie right here, so nothing too crazy. Alright, these next three characters I'm going to briefly summarize. They're all GQ NAD characters needed for their respective GQ rotations. Yukio and Shunsui being the boosters, and Ikkaku is going to be a debuffer. But as you guys can see, Ikkaku is needed for range squad 0, Shunsui for range Talo, and then Yukio for Espada. Ikkaku, you're going to want to have this character alongside the brand new Shinji because he is the only normal attacking character to use for that rotation and does have a pretty solid bruiser. Just 2 of his skills are wasted for half stam when he's not even a PvP character, but he still is going to work nice and effectively because he does have 50% killer effect and range damage, and also is immune to his own GQ rotation while having guard break and sprinter +1. This Shunsui, he doesn't have any of the wasted skills like Ikkaku, and matter of fact is stronger, but once again, different GQ rotation because he is going to be made for ranged hollow, and once again is immune to his own rotation, and also has dodge hollow damage, which is actually quite effective in his kind of case. And then Yukio, bit lower bruiser compared to the other 2 characters, but once again, effective for ranged Espada, does share the same similar stuff, and once again, immune to his own rotation, and has guard break. That's the best way to summarize these 3 characters. All 3 of them are needed for their own GQ rotations. Going into the potion characters, we have Swimsuit Jushiro and Millerose, who are both +10 link slot potion characters. Jushiro being the tech one, and Millerose being the speed one. You guys get the point. Albeit Jushiro is a bit weaker, but he does provide these skills right here, which are really good for Soul Reapers. It's just a shame that Shinji cannot take advantage of this whatsoever, because if Shinji took advantage of this character would have been way more needed as it stands right now. That being said, for farming potions, he's okay. Like, you don't need him to be super cracked. He's mainly going to be good in IC. For epic grades, a bit less. I'm going to be 100% honest because the kit isn't too crazy good, because he does have Berserker 40, these skills right here, damage to weakened enemies 35%, devastation 40, frenzy +1, guard break, increased element chance against no affiliation speed enemies, which is stupid, should have been every single enemy, +10 link slot potions, recharge, you guys get the point, with Havoc, freezing immunity, sprint +1. The kit is basically Christmas Noel's kit, so 18% shave, SA2 a vortex into pushback, and then the SA3 is going to be your typical 1200 radius full screen. So yeah, nothing too crazy, nothing noteworthy. He is just a really good farmer at the end of the day, but mainly for IZ when you have the boosted drop rates. And then Millerose, she'll work both in Inheritance Zone and in Epic Raids because her kit is designed for Epic Raids. Matter of fact, she just comes with so much more stuff. So much more, it's not even funny. Aranker Resonance, so more Arankers on the field, the more Millerose gets damage. Berserker 40, full stamina 20, damage to lacerated enemies 60, devastation 40, frenzy +1, havoc, and 30% melee damage in co-op with +10 link slot potions. And Mapway AoE skill being able to inflict laceration, guard break, sprint +1, good kit too, 3k length beam, 870 lunge, and then vacuum into explosion for the SA3. So other than that, very good epic grade farmer. I have her max percentage. He does not disappoint for farming potions. Next up is going to be Maynor Orihime. Overall, a great character for when you do not have characters that can boost for specific rotations. In this case, for range squad 0, because we do not have an appropriate booster, you're going to need this character because she provides immunity. So let's say you're still using Macy. She's going to be protected thanks to this Orihime, multi-barrier, and has the booster skill, so you're going to be able to get 43% extra attack and focus to all of your characters. The only drawback is that for the ranged weeks, let's say you're trying to proc the SP boost, and Orihime steals the proc, you're gonna have to reset. That's the only issue I had when using Orihime as a booster, but that's pretty much about it. She's just there to boost. She doesn't do damage, she doesn't do anything. Matter of fact, she gets the cooldowns back a lot faster on the SA2 because of this skill right here. So it's gonna take around 16 to 18 seconds to get the SA2 back compared to your typical 20-21. And the kit, 18% shave, 960, full screen SA3. She's that good of a support character. She's not a damaging unit, she's a support character. Akon, this character, is the buffer for both Yachiru Unohana in the 9th anniversary Kenny. Literally the only reason why you would want to have this character right here is because of this. It just makes the characters way too goddamn strong, way too goddamn cracked. Overall, a must-have if you care about Guild Quest. That being said, outside of that, he is another Link Slot Potion farmer and a Super Link Slot Potion farmer. He's just okay. No SP boost or anything, even though he does have the increased element chance. An okay Berserker 40. It's a bit on the lower side, albeit you do have this as well. But the kit is okay. Nothing too crazy. 750 AoE. SA2 is going to be Halibel, SA1, the tech one, and then the SA3 is full screen, so he's only going to be used if you do not have any other better Super Potion character or any Link Slot Potion character overall. Up next, sadly, both of these characters, the 3rd anniversary Ulquiorra and the Mind Mayuri, have fallen off heavily for their own GQ rotations. As it stands right now, they're just okay characters to use for PvE, more so if they are your favorite characters. I still use this Ulquiorra, but for GQ, he's fallen off. I don't use him anymore, even though he has still a good kit though. So yeah, he has this skill right here, Team Party Speed, Attribute, or Runker damage to status summon affected enemies of plus 40%. This will be very good once we get a new speed, a Runker. That speed of Runker is going to be able to take advantage of this, and in Guild Quest, you can easily use this Ulquiorra as a side unit. He even has the Vortex, and you can slap on the Mugetsu Link, so there's definitely going to be some value in the future for this character. A Ronker Resonance, same skill as Mila Rose, and has overall 40% Berserker with complete immunity, Bombardment, Frenzy +1, Havoc of 20%, 80% SP boost, Double Killers of Hollow and Espada, and Long Stride, Sharpshooter, and Spur +2. The kit is still good though. 3k length beam, 750 into Homing Vortex, same SA2 as the 8th Annie Ichigo and 1000-Year Blower Ishin, and SA3 is going to be full screen, so he's still a fun character. It just, he's not good anymore for Guild Quest. He's just been replaced for ranged Espada by 1000-Year Blower Misaki and for ranged Hollow by 9th Annie Gremmy. Next is going to be Mayuri. He's also been hard replaced by Kenpachi overall. Both of these characters are replaced by the 9th anniversary characters. The irony of that. The irony of that. And this Mayuri, we already have the likes of Academy Shuhei, but if you do not have Academy Shuhei, using this character with the Mugetsu Link, you have yourself a mini Akon buff, and you can use this kind of character for support for the likes of 1000-Year Blower Ishin. And you guys know how cracked that guy is. So, yeah. Element Reversal, kind of wasted. Berserker 40, Bruiser's wasted. Debilitator, Devastation, Frenzy +1, Guard Break, plus hit hidden enemies. Havoc of 20%, Spiritual Pressure boost of 80. Both of the characters have double ailments, by the way. So, yeah, Espada Killer. And he does have an extra 40% more strong attack damage when at full stam. And also has the map-wide AoE skill of being able to inflict paralysis and poison. The kit, basically the same as Swimsuit Bambi. So he has the Suction Vortex on the SA1, 3k Length Beam on the SA2, and then the SA3 is going to be your 1200 radius full screen attack. So, again, just like Ulquiorra, he's just another fun character to use. He's still usable, but he is definitely showing his age. And that's pretty much about it for the banner. So let me know if you guys are gonna summon or not. I'm gonna be doing 10 steps tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna be planning the stream, so keep an eye out. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and all that good stuff. And we do have an overall campaign for the rest of the celebration. This is definitely making it feel like a part 3 of the 9th anniversary, which is actually kind of crazy. So we have the banner dropping. No unfeatured, by the way. No unfeatured. So what you see is directly 6%. No 4.5 into 1.5. 6% right across the bat with all the fillers added. Then we have the free Guild Quest Selection multis, which is going to be starting tomorrow. Ichiban and Sangdu is going to be returning. And the banner selection of characters is actually pretty good. Like, Grimjow is back. Ikaku is back. only 2 main leads being Sandu and Ichibei. I mean, it's okay, but at least you have a couple thousand year blower characters here. Yukio, I already expressed myself about him. Ulquiorra, already said everything. Shinji is basically the weaker Kensei, but like, again, you guys will more than likely have him duped up at this point. Lisa is just a dead character now. Ulquiorra, okay, no, not dead, excuse me. She still has the 20% strong attack damage buffer to mine characters, but you have the Mugetsu link now. Ulquiorra, still good range, the Spotted Killer. Sajin, still good for melee hollow if you want to run a full nat team. Nanao basically does the same role as Mana Orihime and is a fantastic link at that for Heart. So there's that. You have this dropping, pretty good, 5 multis only. We have the orders as well, pretty short this time around. You only need to do 45 soul tickets and complete 5 brave battles, and you can get the choose a 5-star summon ticket for mine. Don't expect anything too crazy. Point event, no special move source here. You just get the Essence Scroll, the 5-star ticket. It's your typical 10 million point event. Senkamen is going to be returning tomorrow. This is the last tier of the 9th anniversary tower, and we're also going to stream that tomorrow. And then we have the paid packs. So, yeah. Pretty much about it, huh? And then what does this offer? Let's see. Brother, ew. What is this? What is this? Okay, yeah. Keep in mind, that ticket that you guys saw, you're not even going to be guaranteed the selection of characters. It's 40% into 60%, so I don't recommend that at all. 40% for the featured, by the way. More revival candles, Cone's Mega Bonanza, ×2 Link Slot Potions is going to be dropping tomorrow as well, and then you have the ×2 fragment bonuses. And that's it for everything coming for part 3, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys have made up your mind about summoning or not, skipping or not. I know a lot of you guys are going to be skipping the banner because you guys did go all out for the 9th Annie banner and the 1000 Year Blower banner, so yeah, once again, if you guys care about end of month, do 3 steps only, or skip it, wait until we get the news. If you guys want to summon on end of month, then there you guys go, you have the orb saved. And if you guys still don't care, then you guys can easily do 10 steps on Shinji. So yeah, have a good day, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So peace out, lads, bye, sayonara, ciao ciao.